about hardship, even during the years we had very little. He came home long after dark and left again before sunrise. I remember hearing him cough at night, thinking everyone's father sounded that tired. Back then, I was too young to understand exhaustion. My mother kept every broken thing as if replacing it cost too much guilt. She wore the same winter coat for years without ever mentioning money. And somehow, they still smiled in front of us, as though protecting children was more important than being honest about pain. Some people love quietly until their whole life disappears inside it. Now I catch myself becoming them, working through days I barely survive, saying it's nothing whenever someone asks if I'm alright. There are evenings I sit alone after everyone sleeps, wondering how many parts of myself I traded away, trying to be strong. Maybe this is what growing older means, finally understanding the people who raised you and realizing how lonely they must have been. If I could speak to them once more, I would not ask for anything. I would only say, I know now, and I'm sorry it took me this long to notice. After my father passed away, my mother stopped speaking very much. She moved slowly through the house, as if every room had become heavier. Some nights I heard her crying softly, long after she thought I was asleep. But the next morning, she still packed my lunch before school. Back then, I thought adults were unbreakable. I did not understand how lonely someone could become. Years later, I started sounding like her, answering I'm fine too quickly, even on difficult days. Some people spend their whole lives trying not to become a burden. You were the one who stayed beside me during the years I nearly gave up. Not with big comforting words, just quiet presence. You listened without interruption when I could no longer pretend. And somehow your silence made the world feel safer again. Now time keeps taking people away one by one, until memories begin feeling more crowded than the present. But even now, when life becomes too heavy, I still think of your voice first. Because before this world became exhausting, home was you. Thought life would wait for us back when the nights felt endless, sitting outside convenience stores talking until the first bus came. You used to laugh without hesitation, like nothing bad could really happen. And I believed the people beside me would stay forever. Then one by one, everyone became busy surviving. Marriage, children, work, hospitals, distance. And somewhere inside those passing years, we stopped calling each other as often, until memories became the only place where we still met. I still miss those days sometimes, not because they were perfect, but because we were still together. Now certain songs feel heavier than they used to. Certain streets feel quieter after midnight. Sometimes I wonder if you ever think about those years too, or if they disappeared inside your life, the way they quietly disappeared inside mine. Tells you how quickly ordinary moments become memories, until one day you would give anything to return to them once more. Still, even after all this time, your somewhere inside me, young, unfinished, and impossible to forget. You stopped talking about your dreams around the time life became seem expensive. Back when every month felt shorter than the bills waiting at the door. You were still so young then, but already learning how to swallow disappointment without letting anyone notice. There were years you worked through fevers, years you barely slept at all, trying to protect the people you loved from the weight you carried alone. Sometimes you missed entire seasons without realizing time had passed. Morning turned into another winter before you could finally breathe. No one knew how tired you had become. Your children slowly grew older, while your own life stood still. And somewhere along the years you forgot what you once wanted. Still, you kept showing up every morning, even after certain parts of you had quietly disappeared. Maybe love is not dramatic, maybe it looks like this instead. Staying beside difficult days without ever asking for applause. Now the nights feel longer than before, and silence arrives much earlier, but everything you endured still remains inside your voice. Not loudly, just enough for someone like you to finally feel understood. The light above the laundry room stayed on after midnight. Someone forgot a sweater near the stairs downstairs. Rainwater moved along the pavement without making much sound, and the neighborhood grew quieter, one window at a time. You used to carry books at night, pressed closely to your chest, walking home through winter streets before the buses stopped running. Back then, you still spoke about tomorrow, as though life might become softer if you waited long enough. Some dreams never leave, they only grow quieter. Now the mirror holds another face, one shaped by passing years. Still certain songs and smells return without permission. A coat hanging by the doorway, the sound of dishes in the sink. Small ordinary moments somehow survive the longest. Maybe growing older means learning how to live beside absence without asking it to disappear. And even now there are nights the old feelings return, not loudly, just enough to sit beside you a while. You stopped celebrating birthdays somewhere after your 40s, not because they stopped mattering, but because life became too busy to notice. There was always another payment due, another responsibility waiting, another reason put yourself aside a little longer. People often called you dependable as though it were something easy. They never saw the nights you sat awake unable to breathe properly, or the mornings you stared at your reflection too long, trying to remember when you last felt hopeful about the future. Some kinds of exhaustion cannot be explained with words. There are still names inside your heart you no longer say out loud, people you miss quietly while pretending you are doing alright. And sometimes you wonder what your younger self would think if they saw how lonely you became. But even now, you still answer calls from people in pain, still listen carefully, still try to comfort others first. Maybe kindness survives longer than happiness. So if your heart feels heavy these days, perhaps it is only because you carry too much for too long without anyone helping you hold it. And maybe that does not make you weak. Maybe it means you loved people more sincerely than they ever realized. The dishes stayed inside Long after midnight passed, a tired coat hung near the doorway, still damp from outside rain. You sat without turning on the lights, listening to the refrigerator hum, as if silence was the only thing that still understood you. There were years you stopped asking for help, not because life became easier, but because no one noticed anymore. Groceries in both hands, bus rides after overtime, quiet meals eaten alone before sleeping a few short hours. Some people carry whole lives without making any noise. The apartment walls grew thinner at night, television sounds drifting through, someone laughing somewhere downstairs, someone arguing 2 rooms away. And still you folded tomorrow carefully, like clean clothes before sunrise, preparing for another difficult morning. Maybe strength is not something loud, maybe it looks like this instead, continuing quietly even after becoming exhausted. Tonight the rain falls more softly against the dark window glass, and for a moment you let the heavy things rest beside you without trying to hold everything together for everyone else. The hallway light stayed on again long after everyone slept. A cup of tea grew cold beside you without being touched. Outside the rain kept falling slowly across the dark apartment roofs, and somewhere in another room a washing machine turned quietly. You became good at hiding tiredness, the way people fold old clothes away carefully without letting anything spill out. There were days you spoke kindly to everyone, even when without ever making a sound. The neighborhood has grown older now, store signs fading one by one. Still every evening window carries a different kind of loneliness. And somehow you kept walking through all of it without asking anyone to notice how hard it was. Maybe that is why quiet people feel heavier at night, because the things they never said stay awake after midnight. But tonight you do not need to explain yourself. The rain is enough company for tired hearts like yours. My brother used to call every Sunday just before dinner time. We talked about small things mostly, weather, work, old neighborhood stories. Then one winter the calls became less frequent, until silence slowly settled where his voice used to be. There are people you never stop missing, no matter how much time moves forward, not loudly, just in quiet, unexpected moments. Like hearing a song they once loved, or passing a street they used to walk, and suddenly the years disappear for a few aching seconds. Some memories do not fade, they simply grow older beside us. I still remember my mother waiting near the gate after school. The way she smiled before speaking, as though I had already come home safely. Back then, I thought those evenings would last forever. I did not understand how quickly ordinary days disappear. Now there are more names in my memories than beside me in real life, and some nights that loneliness becomes difficult to explain. But maybe love never truly leaves. Maybe it survives quietly inside the people who remember. And maybe that is why, even after all these years, certain voices still feel close enough to touch. You started working younger than you should have, long before your friends became adults. While other people talked about dreams, you were already thinking about rent. There were winters you skipped meals quietly, just to keep the house warm enough. And years you wore exhaustion like it had become part of your body. No one really noticed the pressure hidden behind your ordinary routines. You became the person everyone depended on before you even learned how to rest. Sometimes, late at night, you sat alone after everyone slept, wondering when life became something you simply had to survive. Still, you kept going somehow. There are memories you rarely speak about, because they still hurt too easily. People you loved who slowly became strangers over time. And somewhere inside all those years, you lost parts of yourself quietly. Not all at once, just little by little. My father never spoke about hardship, even during the years we had very little. He came home long after dark and left again before sunrise. I remember hearing him cough at night, thinking everyone's father sounded that tired. Back then, I was too young to understand exhaustion. My mother kept every broken thing as if replacing it cost too much guilt. She wore the same winter coat for years without ever mentioning money. And somehow, they still smiled in front of us, as though protecting children was more important than being honest about pain. Some people love quietly until their whole life disappears inside it. Now I catch myself becoming them, working through days I barely survive, saying it's nothing whenever someone asks if I'm alright. There are evenings I sit alone after everyone sleeps, wondering how many parts of myself I traded away, trying to be strong. Maybe this is what growing older means, finally understanding the people who raised you and realizing how lonely they must have been. If I could speak to them once more, I would not ask for anything. I would only say, I know now, and I'm sorry. It took me this long to notice. After my father passed away, my mother stopped speaking very much. She moved slowly through the house, as if every room had become heavier. Some nights I heard her crying softly, long after she thought I was asleep. But the next morning, she still packed my lunch before school. Back then, I thought adults were unbreakable. I did not understand how lonely someone could become. Years later, I started sounding like her, answering I'm fine too quickly, even on difficult days. Some people spend their whole lives trying not to become a burden. You were the one who stayed beside me during the years I nearly gave up. Not with big comforting words, just quiet presence. You listened without interruption when I could no longer pretend. And somehow your silence made the world feel safer again. Now time keeps taking people away, one by one, until memories begin feeling more crowded than the present. But even now, when life becomes too heavy, I still think of your voice first. Because before this world became exhausting, home was you. when the nights felt endless, sitting outside convenience stores talking until the first bus came. You used to laugh without hesitation, like nothing bad could really happen. And I believed the people beside me would stay forever. Then one by one, everyone became busy surviving. Marriage, children, work, hospitals, distance. And somewhere inside those passing years, we stopped calling each other as often, until memories became the only place where we still met. I still miss those days sometimes, not because they were perfect, but because we were still together. Now certain songs feel heavier than they used to. Certain streets feel quieter after midnight. Sometimes I wonder if you ever think about those years too, or if they disappeared inside your life, the way they quietly disappeared inside mine. No one tells you how quickly ordinary moments become memories, until one day you would give anything to return to them once more. Still, even after all this time, your voice remains somewhere inside me, young, unfinished, and impossible to forget. You stopped talking about your dreams around the time life became expensive. Back when every month felt shorter than the bills waiting at the door. You were still so young then, but already learning how to swallow disappointment without letting anyone notice. There were years you worked through fevers, years you barely slept at all, trying to protect the people you loved from the way you carried along. Sometimes you missed entire seasons without realizing time had passed. Morning turned into another winter before you could finally breathe. No one knew how tired you had become. Your children slowly grew older, while your own life stood still. And somewhere along forgot what you once wanted. Still, you kept showing up every morning, even after certain parts of you had quietly disappeared. Maybe love is not dramatic. Maybe it looks like this instead. Staying beside difficult days without ever asking for applause. Now the nights feel longer than before, and silence arrives much earlier. But everything you endured still remains inside your voice. Not loudly, just enough for someone like you to finally feel understood. The light above the laundry room stayed on after midnight. Someone forgot a sweater near the stairs downstairs. Rainwater moved along the pavement without making much sound, and the neighborhood grew quieter, one window at a time. You used to carry books at night, pressed closely to your chest, walking home through winter streets before the buses stopped running. Back then, you still spoke about tomorrow, as though life might become softer if you waited long enough. Some dreams never leave, they only grow quieter. Now the mirror holds another face, one shaped by passing years. Still certain songs and smells return without permission. A coat hanging by the doorway, the sound of dishes in the sink. Small ordinary moments somehow survive the longest. Maybe growing older means learning how to live beside absence without asking it to disappear. And even now there are nights the old feelings return, not loudly, just enough to sit beside you a while. You stopped celebrating birthdays somewhere after your 40s, not because they stopped mattering, but because life became too busy to notice. there was always another payment due, another responsibility waiting, another reason to put yourself aside a little longer. People often called you dependable as though it were something easy. They never saw the nights you sat awake unable to breathe properly, or the mornings you stared at your reflection too long, trying to remember when you last felt hopeful about the future. Some kinds of exhaustion cannot be explained with words. There are still names inside your heart you no longer say out loud, people you miss quietly while pretending you are doing alright. And sometimes you wonder what your younger self would think if they saw how lonely you became. But even now, you still answer calls from people in pain, still listen carefully, still try to comfort others first. Maybe kindness survives longer than happiness. So if your heart feels heavy these days, perhaps it is only because you carry too much for too long without anyone helping you hold it. And maybe that does not make you weak. Maybe it means you loved people more sincerely than they ever realized. The dishes stayed inside the sink long after midnight passed. A tired coat hung near the doorway, still damp from outside rain. You sat without turning on the lights, listening to the refrigerator hum, as if silence was the only thing that still understood you. There were years you stopped asking for help, not because life became easier, but because no one noticed anymore. Groceries in both hands, bus rides after overtime, quiet meals eaten alone before sleeping a few short hours. Some people carry whole lives without making any noise. The apartment walls grew thinner at night. Television sounds drifting through. Someone laughing somewhere downstairs. Someone arguing 2 rooms away. And still you folded tomorrow carefully, like clean clothes before sunrise, preparing for another difficult morning. Maybe strength is not something loud. Maybe it looks like this instead, continuing quietly even after becoming exhausted. Tonight the rain falls more softly against the dark window glass, and for a moment you let the heavy things rest beside you without trying to hold everything together for everyone else. The hallway light stayed on again long after everyone slept. A cup of tea grew cold beside you without being touched. Outside the rain kept falling slowly across the dark apartment roofs, and somewhere in another room a washing machine turned quietly. You became good at hiding tiredness, the way people fold old clothes away carefully without letting anything spill out. There were days you spoke kindly to everyone, even when your own heart had no place left to rest. Some people survive without ever making a sound. The neighborhood has grown older now, store signs fading one by one. Still every evening window carries a different kind of loneliness. And somehow you kept walking through all of it without asking anyone to notice how hard it was. Maybe that is why quiet people feel heavier at night, because the things they never said stay awake after midnight. But tonight you do not need to explain yourself. The rain is enough company for tired hearts like yours. brother used to call every Sunday just before dinner time. We talked about small things mostly, weather, work, old neighborhood stories. Then one winter, the calls became less frequent until silence slowly settled where his voice used to be. There are people you never stop missing, no matter how much time moves forward, not loudly, just in quiet, unexpected moments. Like hearing a song they once loved, or passing a street they used to walk, and suddenly the years disappear for a few aching seconds. Some memories do not fade, they simply grow older beside us. I still remember my mother waiting near the gate after school. The way she smiled before speaking, as though I had already come home safely. Back then, I thought those evenings would last forever. I did not understand how quickly ordinary days disappear. Now there are more names in my memories than beside me in real life, and some nights that loneliness becomes difficult to explain. But maybe love never truly leaves. Maybe it survives quietly inside the people who remember. And maybe that is why, even after all these years, certain voices still feel close enough to touch. You started working younger than you should have, long before your friends became adults. While other people talked about dreams, you were already thinking about rent. There were winters you skipped meals quietly, just to keep the house warm enough. And years you wore exhaustion like it had become part of your body. No one really noticed the pressure hidden behind your ordinary routines. You became the person everyone depended on before you even learned how to rest. Sometimes, late at night, you sat alone after everyone slept, wondering when life became something you simply had to survive. Still, you kept going somehow. There are memories you rarely speak about because they still